Hello students, in today's lecture we will discuss continuity equation. Now the derivation of continuity equation is asked a lot in your exams. What is continuity equation? It comes from the word continuous. That means when the charges are flowing. Charges are flowing, current is getting generated. If the charges were static, we would not have current. Why? Because Q is equal to IT, I is equal to Q upon T, and DI is dQ upon dt. That means rate of change of charges constitutes current. So we in electromagnetic theory are dealing with charges, current, electric field, magnetic field, lot of vector analysis, Gauss law, Gauss theorem, Stokes law. All this introduction has been given to you. Now we begin with the derivations. What is charge? First, Coulomb's law. According to Coulomb's law, we know that if two charges are kept at a certain distance apart, then the force between the charges is proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between the charges. Now this charge, these charges have specific properties which before understanding EMT we should be knowing. First property is that charge is conserved. It is conserved. Second property is that charge is quantized. Q is equal to NE. Now, continuity equation is talking about charge density and how it is varying with time, because electromagnetic field theory is when charges start moving. EMT fails if you talk about static things. Now, continuity equation is representing the law of conservation of charges, and the representation is in a more differential or integral form. That is all. Now let us begin. Charge current density J is equal to rho V into V here, which means that V is velocity of charge at a particular point where the volume charge density is rho V. That's all, nothing else. Now, from the definition of current, see, J is equal to I upon A. We are writing it in integral form. So, current I is equal to integral S J dot N ds, where J is your charge density and your current density, S is the area, and N is just, here we are doing it as per the vector analysis. So now what do? We put the value of J from here in this equation. So current is equal to integral S for any arbitrary surface S, rho V, that is charge density at that point where velocity of that charge is V, into V dot N ds. This is the vector representation, that is all. Now the charge is conserved, therefore the amount of current that is entering the surface will be equal to the current that is current emerging from the closed surface in unit time will be equal to the current entering the volume in the same unit time, because charge is conserved. So we will be simplifying this equation further. Reduction of charges per unit time inside the volume V must be equal to this much, because the charges are moving. Also, current is rate of change of charge dQ by dt. Also, Q is charge density for volume V. Here we are just using integration and differentiation. We are doing all this because now we are studying things which are there in motion. This has come from the formula Q is equal to IT. So we have written it in a differential form, that is all. Now what we will do, we will put this value of Q here in this expression up. See, we will put this value of q here. So what do we get? We get I is equal to minus del upon del t rho v, and this is equal to minus integral rho v dv integral v rho v upon rho t dv. Negative sign is just indicating that outward flow decreases the charge left in volume V. Now what have we done? We have just written two forms of current, that is all, nothing else. In one form of current we have simply written it from the definition here, Ij dot A. In the other form of current we have written it in terms of charge density for a specific volume V. That is all what we have done. What we will do is we will equate these two equations of current now. After equating the two equations, we will equate this value of current and this value of current. So equating the two equations of current, what do we get? Equating the two equations values of current, because we are finding the equation of continuity. So on equating the two, we get integral S j dot ds is equal to integral V del rho V by del T dV. One equation of current is from definition, one is from that the charges are moving, so rate of flow of charge. Now we will apply Gauss divergence theorem. We have explained this to you in the previous lecture. Gauss divergence theorem is used, again I repeat, to change the surface integral into volume integral, because you can see here is volume, here is surface. So in EMT throughout we will be requiring Gauss divergence theorem. So the surface integral will be transferred to volume integral with the help of Gauss divergence theorem. That means integral j dot ds is equal to integral v divergence j ds. S is your surface area, J is your current density, divergence, this del symbol means here del, this is divergence, and this is del upon del x plus del upon del y plus del upon del z. That is all, because now it is going in all the directions. Now we will put this value in terms of this here and then equate the two. So we get integral v divergence j dv, we can put the vector symbol also along with it, minus integral v del rho v by dt dv, because charges are now moving. We will take this negative sign is here, we will take all these terms here, because now we are able to do that, because now both sides this is volume here. Earlier one side it was surface, other side it was volume, so we had to use Gauss divergence theorem. Now both sides volume is there, so just I will bring it this side. After getting it this side, I get integral divergence j plus del rho v by del t dv is equal to 0. Now this equation is true for all integrands. It is true, and this equation must vanish. That means it must be equal to 0, and mathematically also, since the other side it is a 0, we can simply write it down as del dot J plus del rho by del T is equal to, you can use that symbol V here, and if you want to, this is mathematical statement of law of conservation of charge or a continuity equation. Now look back for steady state. That means steady state means that the charges are not moving. Del rho by del T is 0. In that case, del dot J is equal to 0. This is known as equation of continuity, and it includes the time varying fields. One more interesting observation of equation of continuity is from Gauss divergence theorem. We know that divergence D is equal to charge density rho. That means, or even Maxwell's first equation. So from Gauss divergence theorem, del dot D is rho. D is electric displacement vector, and the divergence J plus del by del T, instead of rho we are writing divergence D. So this becomes divergence D is equal to 0. So divergence J plus divergence of del by del T is equal to 0. Actually, we are finding a formula for electric displacement vector. This divergence, we are taking out common. So divergence J plus del D by del T is equal to 0. And J plus del D by del T is total current density. Total current density for time varying fields. Total current density for time varying fields. And del D by del T is displacement current density. Displacement current density. It is displacement current density. Now, displacement current, few things which you should be knowing is that it is basically not a current. It is not a current, displacement current. It is basically when an electric field changes, the charges move. That movement is known as displacement. So, suppose EMF varies as minus del phi by del T, where phi is flux. So, it is E dot A. So, this variation, whatever happens under this, the equivalent current that is generated will be known as displacement current. So, Maxwell said that the current density J now for time moving fields will be equal to conduction current density, and your displacement current density. Displacement current density. And this equation also contributed major contribution of Maxwell for electromagnetic theory, because it included the displacement angle, which was missing till date in EMT. Secondly, this modified the famous Ampere's circuital law and included time varying fields. So let us quickly see the modified Ampere's law and the displacement current. Basically, all confusion arises because of the displacement current, which is not a current and a changing electric field is equivalent to a current called displacement current, which flows as long as electric field is changing. The moment electric field comes to a stop, your displacement current also comes to a stop. So few more derivations you can say that they have been added in the by Maxwell in his fourth equation. We can explain it there. Thank you.